going on, everybody? This is Saul Castañeda with mcscgreenwheels, and we're touching base on a couple things that we had to go through with Staff Sergeant Reckless. I know you guys saw the last video where I was doing the brake light switch, and that came out really nice. It really helped out that I was able to take off, well, not that I was able to, but that I took off the dash to it. Now, unfortunate thing was, if you guys saw the last video prior to that, we had just been very excited by installing the dash and all the components, and along with the Dakota Digital, got the, we got our horn going, we got our new with no power steering steering wheel, and so it was looking good. Along with that testing out, we were trying to get ready for our next shoot, which would have been the door setup, our fender setup on both sides, and our front clip with our header panel and the installation of headlights, fog lights, and the turn signals, which is the most important part. Along doing that, prepping for the video and getting ready for it, I started to go ahead and, let me check up all the bulbs, make sure all the bulbs are, working, or they're good, they're not blowing and whatnot, which I ended up doing. I had to end up placing some of the bulbs because I had wrong bulbs in there, so not a big deal. But along checking with it, because our turn signal switch was brand new, we ended up picking that one up from LMR. It was about 76 bucks, 74 bucks, right around there. And we got it delivered, and we were excited because, again, all of these components are pretty much new. Well, they're new. It's a new component. So went ahead and did that, put everything up, and on the test, I noticed something. Although my hazards worked great, flashed out, did all the good stuff, my right-hand turn signal worked great, and as soon as I turned to the left, I would get the reaction of my hazards. My rear tail light on this side wouldn't go on, which was on the driver's side, and then shortly after, I'd lose a fuse. I went about through that for a couple days, trying to wrestle around, and what the biggest concern for me was that I redid this harness. Redoing this harness kind of left some doubt in me, because I'm like, all right, I'm not always the professional genius when it comes down to wiring. I may have mixed up a wire, may have grounded something in the wrong place. So, which led to the whole search of this. About 3-4 days of going through wires and making sure that I did not connect one wire in the wrong place, pulling out diagrams and looking for everything. In other words, trying to fix my mistake. I'm a human, I make mistakes. So within doing that, getting down to the brass tacks, I figured, well, it cannot be the switch. I told myself it cannot be the switch. The switch is brand new, so it can definitely not be the switch. I went ahead, I tore off the dash, I tore off the everything. As you guys could see, everything had to come off again, and it was mostly on my end of things, because I said to myself, the switch is brand new. One of the biggest things that we've been seeing, especially in today, a lot of these parts are coming in defective. I don't know where. Either it was defective at the company and they just let it go through, or it was defective to whoever shipped it us and they just let it go through. We don't know. I don't know. Because at the end of the day, wherever it comes from, it comes from there. So what I ended up doing at the very last of it all, I took off the turn signal switch. Taking out the turn signal switch and always doubting myself, I went all the way to the connector, testing out the connector, doing continuity testing from back and forth to the light bulb, making sure that I did not have breaks in the wires. I exposed the whole harness. I had to. It was just for me to do. Once we did that, it was very unpleasant, and it was very, very just degrading. It just brought me down to know that, man, the damn switch was just not working. So real quick, I'm going to show you guys, if you are in a position that you're in like mine, like I just was, or like we were, and you really want to find out if that brand new switch you just bought works, well, I'll show you real quick what to do, how to go ahead and test it, especially for that if you have the same similar problem that I do. So I went ahead, we have our new bad switch, and LMR ended up sending us another switch once we wrote to them. Thank you, LMR. But I had to kill my curiosity and my doubt. I went to the buddies at AutoZone, and they sold us a Duralash switch, which is what's on Sergeant Reckless now, which worked perfectly once I installed it. So the reason that I ended up finding out is because I did a little continuity test. So you know what, guys? I got it set up on the bench. Let's go there. This is your regular turn signal switch here for a 1993 Mustang. As you guys can tell, and the thing works fine. It's brand new. We bought it because all the lettering and everything, all the markings are really nice and fresh. Our old one was all, just faded. I wrote down bad so I don't get it confused with the good ones that we got here. Now, if you guys can tell, like, everything's new. I didn't burn anything in here. I didn't touch anything in here. This just was connected as it came out the packaging, and, you know, on it went. So one of the things that I had to go ahead, this connector right here on top is our turn signal switch right here. So what will end up happening will be I had to eventually go ahead and get myself my diagram. And I got that one out. So I can go ahead and make sure that I was following these connectors right. So the one that we're looking at is right here. So from J to N, which will be from J to N, our right turn signal switch, front turn signal switch flasher feed, left front, rear left, and then a couple that are not in use. So up here we'll show you the pinout on which is which. It's orange, light blue, light green, orange, white, light blue, light green, white, orange, yellow, and orange, yellow is our feed. That's going to be our turn signal feed. So typically the logic is if there's power here and the switch is in the neutral position, which is the middle, there should be no power anywhere. And then when you go to your turn, you know, make a left turn signal, you flip your switch, and it should send power to both your left front and left rear turn lamps. In this case, it would be light green, white, and light green, orange. So we'll be looking at these two over here. Same thing goes to the right hand side. You know, go from neutral to right, and I should only get our orange, light blue, and our white, light blue. So there's going to be a thing. So I'm going to show you guys what ended up happening with this switch and how a proper switch should function. First, I went ahead and got myself my multimeter here, and all I'm doing is a continuity test, guys. Nothing crazy. It's just we're not passing any voltage in, it's just continuity. When there's current, when we have a connection between two wires, you'll get that sound. A lot of you guys already know that. For most of you that don't, or some of you that don't, that's what it'll do. If there's a break in the wire and you know you're following the same wire, and then you put it together and it doesn't make a noise, you have a break in the wire. But if you put it together end to end and you get, that means you have a solid connection. Here, like I mentioned, so right here on the switch, we're going to go right here to this connector, and right here at the bottom is our feed. And like I told you before, from the feed over this way, this would be orange, light blue, so this would be my rear right. I got nothing. And then this guy right here should be my front right. I got nothing. Same thing right here. This is my left front. And this, oh, sorry, I didn't touch it. Nothing. And this is my right front. My left rear. Nothing. Theory goes, making the connection, this will be like we're making, actually I'll show you, yeah, this will be like we're making a right hand turn signal. Then we have a feed. This should be to our left, nothing. Come on, buddy. There you go. Oh, is it this guy? There we go. So, I'm sorry, this was my feed. So, right here, that's my right hand side, rear, front. Nothing here because that's the left. Nothing here because that's the left. This is the left front. This is the left rear. Right rear, right front. Works fine. Now we're going to go back to neutral. Power, nothing. 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 So I'm getting power. Now we're going to go to make our left turn signal. Down it goes. There we go. We got a feed. Should be nothing, right? This is my right hand side. This is my left hand side. That's right. It's working properly to my left hand side. That's my left front, my left rear. But the problem is, in this situation, there we go, feed. Here, I should have no power. There's my right hand side. These two prongs, nothing. But look. That's what I'm getting. And this was the problem right here. So every time I would activate my left hand turn signal, this will feed the rear right bulb and short out the left bulb. and that's kind of the problem. I chased it through wiring. Now I'm going to show you how it works on a working switch. There's our non-working switch. And again, thanks to LMR, they really, they went above and beyond. They got it out like almost the next day after we wrote to them. I know that we have a good rapport with them. It just sucks that, I had to tear down whatever it was. And like I said, guys, this is just the same switch as in here, and, this was just bad. So here you go. We're going to go right here real quick. Same thing. We got continuity. This is our feed. We are in neutral. We should not be getting any power anywhere. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing here, nothing here. This guy right here in the middle, I think it's for your high beam if I'm not mistaken, but I'll have to look that up again. But other than that, these 5 prongs right here, these 2 right here, and these 2 over here, and that's your turn signal feed. That should, at the neutral position, we should not have power anywhere, which is exactly what we have. Let's go ahead and make that right-hand turn signal again. So, check it out. We should have power there. We should have power there. No power here. No power here. Power, power. So that's working properly. Now let's make that left turn. Now remember, on our other one, we were getting power up here when we went to the left turn. So let's go ahead and check that out real quick. Nothing. That's it right there. That's it right there. No power. No power. 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 No power, no power. Our short was here. It's a good thing to go ahead and investigate, guys. If you feel that you have a short like we did, that's a fast and easy way to go ahead and check your switch. And that way you find out that's the problem. So in the long story of it, and going through tearing everything down and ripping off your whole dash and making sure that you did the right thing, man, you know what? I should have just gone ahead, taken this guy off, and checked him out. But my better instinct said, no, it's new. It'll be fine. And it was not. So I went ahead and took that off, and now it's good to know that I got the one that our buddies at AutoZone gave us, or not gave us, that we bought from them, and we slapped that thing on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect that, and I'll show you how that all works out. 1, 2. So all my lights, pretty much my auxiliary stuff has power, not my starter, not my and my gas. So basically, all right. Now we're not gonna get any reading up here because the Dakota digital is off. But that is our right-hand turn signal in the rear. Off. Left-hand turn signal in the rear. Off. And in the front, our left-hand turn signal coming on. And now our right-hand turn signal coming on. And the granddaddy of them all, let's check out these hazards. Now that I know that this wiring is all set up, it was a pain in the butt because, as you guys can see, I had to remove everything. I have all the parts up here again, like it looks so gorgeous when everything was on, but I guess the overall of myself just saying that I have human error took the better side of me, and I didn't check my switch, and I should have, and I overreacted, in other words. So I got in touch with my feminine side. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. But for the most part, I went over a lot of things. I got rid of even more wire. I'm keeping this box as a love memento because this is everything I have so far removed from this harness. I get it, there are some pieces in here that I may have added, but like this is definitely I added. And then these are brand new, so these are going back in. But look at this, look at all this. Oh boy, I know there was another box in here that I had with even more wire in there. And, oh, yes, I'm lying to you. Here it is. Not that I didn't know I didn't have it. There it is. There you go. So to all of yous out there in YouTube land that are going and saying, you know, I'm just gonna use an old harness and, you know, I'm gonna splice stuff in there. You know, the colors are not exactly what you would think, and there's a lot of other stuff that runs to another lot of other stuff that powers a lot of other stuff. And guys, thank you very much. I want to thank everybody on Facebook. Guys, go over there. Go to Facebook. You go find us at mcscgreenwheels Facebook page. Find yourself a Mustang now before they get too hot. Next thing, everybody on Instagram, thank you very much, guys. I love you guys. We love you guys. Guys, keep watching. We keep bringing you the content and look for those cars and deals, especially everyone here on our YouTube channel. Guys, don't forget, subscribe. Please subscribe and keep subscribing. And we'll see you again as we get this bad boy running. Have a good night. Peace.